I'm ready. Are you ready? I'm ready. Are you ready? I'm ready. This is my year.
This is my year.
I'm gonna be great.
I'm gonna be great.
You cannot stop me.
You cannot stop me.
No one can stop me.
No one can stop me.
This is my year.
This is my year.
I'm gonna be great.
I'm gonna be great.
You cannot stop me.
You cannot stop me.
No one can stop me.
No one can stop me.
Are you ready? I'm ready. 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 Visualize it. Visualize it. Manifest it. Manifest it. I mind my business and I no complain. Every day I dey work and pray. As I dey chop, I dey wash my plate. I dey wash my plate. Don't be surprised when you see me elevating. Don't be surprised when you see me celebrating. Don't be surprised. Don't be surprised. Don't be surprised when you see me celebrate. This is my year.
This is my year.
I'm gonna be great.
I'm gonna be great.
You cannot stop me.
You cannot stop me.
No one can stop me.
No one can stop me.
This is my year.
This is my year.
I'm gonna be great.
I'm gonna be great.
You cannot stop me.
You cannot stop me.
No one can stop me.
No one can stop me.
Are you ready? I'm ready. 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 This year they go call you for phone and tell you many, many congratulations. If you believe it, repeat it. Amen, 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 amen. Don't be surprised when you see me elevating. Don't be surprised when you see me celebrating. Don't be surprised. Don't be surprised. Don't be surprised when you see me celebrate. This is my year.
Hello, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome to second session, the second info session for the Google Cloud Launchpad. If you are an alumni, put hashtag alumni in the chat. And if you are new to Mentor Me Collective, and of course our learning programs, put hashtag cloud in the chat. Of course, as we always do, we love to know where everyone is tuning in from. This was for our, Western folks. So those who are on the North America side. But of course, we're open and would love to see everyone from around the world joining here as well. So I'm starting to see some incredible comments pull up in the chat. Love that. We have a lot of new folks joining, and that's super, super exciting. Please put in the chat how you found out about us. How did you find out about the Mentor Me Collective and the Google Cloud Launchpad program? I see Bahamas, I see Florida, I see Georgia, California in the chat, Oklahoma. Okay, Oklahoma. You all found out on TikTok. That is so crazy. Awesome. LinkedIn. Ship. Okay, hashtag welcome to the family Ship. I love Ship. South Africa, TikTok, Louisiana, Nigeria, LinkedIn, Seattle. That is amazing. Oh, your professor. Okay, tell your professor we said hello. We love that. Ghana, California, Austin, Texas. Okay. LA through a friend. Shout out to the friends that are out here helping people out. Okay. But yes, we rebuke the gatekeeping energy. Okay. We need friends that are like, listen, come along strong. So see India, Boston, Germany, Morocco. Wow. Bolivia. That's amazing. Germany. Oh my goodness. Welcome, 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 everyone. My name is Chanel Power, the founder and CEO of Mentor Me Collective. We exist to help the next million tech leaders of the world find their place, but most importantly, find their alignment in what God has created them to do and to be. We're super excited to do that with our various programs like this one, with our mentorship initiatives, and of course, our community advantage. We have about 40,000+, I think we're almost at 50,000 individuals, a part of our community from around the world. And we have individuals from over 120 countries. I think this current cohort, we had about 102 or 103 countries represented as applicants. Shout out to you, Portugal. So we're super excited. We're super excited. And of course, the goal is to not only ensure that folks are learning together collectively, but also that you have the ability to grow collectively and find individuals that you can do life with. You can do life with. So we're super excited to have you all a part of our community, a part of what we're doing. And the reality is, I just believe that you are here for a reason. You have found us for a reason, and we exist to support you in your next steps. Shout out to Women in Tech. So I have a background in machine learning. I'm also a startup advisor. I advise various AI startups around the world. My latest ones was in South Africa, Kenya, Israel, and a startup here in New York City, in Brooklyn. I love supporting, I love helping, I love problem solving. I love to be challenged, and ultimately, I love to see people succeed. And so I believe that is one of the reasons why God gave me this opportunity to see, support, and amplify people around the world. So that is a little bit about me and my background. I'm also based in New York City. I was born and raised in New York City, went to school in Maryland at UMBC. So let's go Retrievers. My background is in, what is it in? There it is. Mathematics. So I studied mathematics and chemistry as a dual major, and then minored in sociology. So I say all that to say that God has created, all of us uniquely for what we are looking to do, or what He has called us to do in our purpose. I also say that to say that through my journey of, trying to figure out what I was here to do, what I was born to do, and why I exist. I went through so many different things, from going through medicine, wanting to become a neurosurgeon, transitioning into tech, doing education, so many things. But I want you all to know that no matter what your journey has been like, whether it has been linear or non-traditionally different, I want you all to know that, again, anyone can succeed. The only person that is stopping you from getting to where you need to be is really you. So this program exists to support the individuals that are ready to show up. We have a different standard of of excellence. We have a different standard when it comes to involvement, engagement, and of course what it looks like to collectively win together. And I understand also that our program is probably not for everyone. So that is exactly why we have these info sessions. It's important that everyone here knows and understands what they may be getting themselves into, so that we all collectively can win again together. Please tell Lottie Dottie and everybody that we are live. If you know you have a friend, a loved one, a family member who has also applied to this program and they're, supposed to be here, please let them know to pull up a virtual chair and join us. One thing that I want to share today is actually our, what's it called? Our attendance. So we'll also be emailing the individuals that were with us yesterday, because I forgot to put it in the chat. But for those of you who are here, I want to go ahead and ensure that you all have the attendance sheet for today's info call. So while you have it open and filled out, or while you have it open, you're going to get to a section that is like a quiz. So as I talk and as I go through this presentation, you all can listen and you will hear and see the answers to said questions. Okay, so again, we're going to go through our incredible presentation today. And then from there, I want for you all to, I'm going to copy this link and drop it in the chat. I want for you all to grab this link here. I'm putting in the chat now. There it is. You should see it in the chat. Boom, boom, boom. You can click on that and then it will ask you for general information at the beginning, name, email, all the things. And then it will get to the second page, or the second section, I should say, which will definitely be questions that you are going to fill out today. So again, super excited to have you all. Thank you for giving us your time on this wonderful Wednesday. And let's dive in. Let's dive in. So, what is the launch program? Or I guess we could talk about our mission before that. So, yes, we exist. We are actually a technical institute. We are engineering a pipeline to hire the next 1 million leaders of the future. We do that by bridging specific learning, specialized learning like these programs. And then, of course, we want to ensure that you actually master what you've learned. We do not want you to take a course, have a certificate, and then it just collects dust. We want for you to take this course, learn as much as you can, master as much as you can, and showcase what that looks like. So we do that to ensure that we are transforming ambitious first-generation technologists into indispensable high value. Somebody say high value in the chat. Okay, high value means high pay. Okay, because we exist also to close that wealth gap. But yes, high value leaders. So again, we're super excited. We are very, very, very grateful for what you all are obviously going to not only do and be a part of our program, but we're excited to see you all thrive. We're excited to see you thrive. Again, our vision is to create a workforce where the only thing that matters is your technical excellence. It shouldn't be your skin color. It shouldn't be your gender. It shouldn't be anything else. It shouldn't be where you're located. It shouldn't be, even the level of education you have. If you have the ability to prove that you can do the work, then nothing else should matter. And that is why we also exist to eliminate bias in hiring, bias in how folks find you. So again, accessibility and all the things. And so we're super excited to lean into that to ensure that you not only again have the education you need, the technical professionals as mentors to get you that sharpened edge, but also help with fostering community intentionally. So we're super excited about that. What does it look like for us to lean into purpose? And again, our purpose is to ensure that we are creating the infrastructure to close that gap of individuals who may not be seen, may be overlooked, maybe also underleveraged, and ensure that employers who really need these individuals, like yourselves, you are needed, you are too needed to be wasted. And again, we want to build systems that rigorously, humanly, and also with extreme, incredible documentation, that it ensures that no qualified person, again, gets filtered out. So again, we believe everyone was created with purpose. We provide the infrastructure to ensure that you are able to align with your destiny. All right. So what does it look like? So 5 specific values. 1, we hold ourselves and each other to a high standard always. For those of you who were a part of our incredible Grow with Google program, please tell us in the chat, what do you think that means? What does that mean? If you were, I'm just going to wait to see. What folks say. Let's see what you're saying. What does it look like to lead with excellence, to lean in with excellence, but to lean in with also purpose, making sure that everything we do is intentional and tied to real impact. Also, what does it look like to serve? So here at Mentor Me Collective, we serve each other with love and grace. And of course, that means that we are serving and not leading with superiority. So everyone here, we are all equal. We are all coming in. It doesn't matter if you have a PhD, a master's degree, if you've already been in the industry, even for 20 plus years. Everyone here is a learner. Everyone here is, again, on the same page, and everyone here has the same value. So no one should ever make you feel otherwise. And if they do, please make sure that you reach out to us and our team as soon as possible because that is a breach of our code of conduct. Okay. This is a safe community to learn together, to grow together, and to build together. And that leads us into the next thing. We really believe strongly in community. So we believe that we are stronger and sharper together, together, together. And so also, of course, that means that we each will be challenged in a way to make sure that we are showing up for each other as well. I think the last thing is my favorite and also the most important: integrity. What we what we say is exactly what we do every time. So if you're supposed to show up, if you're supposed to lead, if you're supposed to facilitate, we are expecting you to show up and to do that because again, we have other individuals that are counting on you and depending on you to do so. We'll talk more about what that structure is and what I mean by facilitation and things like that, but super, super, super important to ensure that we are leading with integrity always. So, what does it look like for us to be a part of the Mentor Me Collective, especially uh, when it comes to being a scholar? We have a life cycle currently, and previously we've been doing this manually and matching, but we're super excited to release a new agentic um, website slash portal system where everything will be there. So anyway, that's just a teaser. But right now, obviously, we're going through the selection process. We are leaning into, of course, making sure that folks are ready for this commitment. They are ready to show up, and also that they fit the ecosystem and the culture of the collective. Of course, a part of that is obviously being here today. So again, shout out to you all. Please ensure that you are filling out our attendance sheet to the info session here. I just dropped it in the chat again. And you'll see that on the second section, that is our quiz. And so as I continue this session, just make sure that you're filling it out as well. The second stage, which is our primary stage, is the educate stage. That is what you're going to be entering. So for the cloud program, of course, we're going to be going over, we're going to be leaning into 12 full weeks of learning. There are various tracks, and we'll get into that in just a second. But my apologies, it says Coursera here, but it actually is Google Skills. So you probably got multiple emails from us already talking about the Google Skills platform, but please ensure that you have created an account with the Google Skills platform, because that is how we're going to be able to send you your credentials once you onboard. So please go ahead and visit skills.google to sign up. Make sure that the email that you're signing up with is the same email you've been receiving emails from us with, and also that you applied with as well. Okay. After you finish your 12 weeks with us, you are going to enter 4 weeks specifically for our build stage. So that's when we partner you up or pair you up with other individuals cross-functionally, so that you all have the ability to build something together. So again, it's not about coming to learn and grabbing another certification. We want to make sure that you're putting the certification to action in a way that folks can, again, you're building together, but also in a way that folks can even see your work publicly. The whole point also of us existing is to provide visibility to you. So we want to shine a light on you all in a way that naturally you probably wouldn't have had before. And so what does that look like with being intentional? You have to build something so that we can amplify it. So for those of you, again, who are excited about that and building projects to go towards your portfolios, we lean into that and we focus specifically on the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. So you'll be, like I said, cross-functionally paired with individuals to work on a specific goal, define a problem statement, and so on and so forth, and build something super cool. The next stage is our mentor stage, and that is a 6-week stage. That is an intentional mentorship session where, and I'm sure you all have probably heard or probably been a part of mentorship programs where they pair you with a person or people and then they just never respond, or they are quote unquote too busy to meet, or it just feels very weird, very awkward, or maybe you guys just don't align personality wise. We have created a really cool system that allows you to partner and pair with intentional mentors that really, really want to give back and pour into you. And not only that, they also are individuals that are aligned with who you are, what your needs are, and who you define yourself as from a personality standpoint. So we're super excited about that. It also will be structured. So by the end of that 6 weeks with your mentor, not only will you have been able to build a relationship with them that is more authentic and genuine, you also will have been leaving better from an experience standpoint. They're going to talk with you through how you can specifically get more experience, right? Whether that is through projects or perfecting or sharpening the project that you went through or completed in the build stage or the like. Same thing when it comes to exposure. How can they ensure that your projects, your portfolio, your resume gets the exposure that it needs? Also, it will help you specifically, or the mentorship program will also help you in ensuring that you are getting knowledge around industry, I don't know, cutting edge industry technologies. So specifically novelty, right? How can we ensure that folks see you as the novel, incredible, how do you say? Yeah, super dope individual that you are. And so that is what that is. And then the last thing is going to be mobility. After you have kind of leaned into the experience, the exposure, and the novelty of it, how can we put you in a place where you can now move, whether that's getting a raise, whether that's getting promoted, or both, or getting a new job? So yeah, we're super excited to put you in that position. The last stage is coupled together, and it's basically how do we ensure that you are ready to be hired and to be placed in front of an individual, right? Like, or a company. So the polish specifically is like a agent specifically that reviews your profile with us. It reviews your background, your history, your educational programs that you completed with us. It also reviews your mentor notes, and then it basically recommends one of, like, I think 12 or 15, or not one, but basically whatever specifically the agent thinks that you need to be prepared for that next stage. So it will recommend X amount of videos or self-paced learning modules that you should complete. It also will have activities as well to ensure that, like, for instance, resume, LinkedIn, interviewing with confidence, pointers, how to tell your story, those kinds of things as well that you have. And then, of course, once you complete that, you will be entered into our verified talent pool. Now, the one thing that I love about our talent pool is that it really removes bias, right? So not only are we prepared and we are the solution for the hiring, sorry, somebody's distracting, stay focused. So not only are we creating space for you all to be hired, we are also ensuring that we are prepared for the next generation of how hiring will happen, the next instance, the next industry boom. And so what does that look like? That ensures that you all are competent enough to produce from the first day. So many companies sometimes feel leery about, like, hiring individuals who may not have X amount of credentials or may not be in X location, because they feel like if they were to bring you on, there's hesitancy there. Hey, can this person really on the first day come in, contribute and execute? And so that is the things that we remove from said hiring individuals. They'll be able to know that you can, again, based upon your profile. So on your profile with us, it will just be your scholar number. It won't have a name. It won't have a photo. It won't have a location. Nothing. None of that. Because again, we want to remove the bias. We only want folks to be able to see you by your projects, by what skills you've mastered or obtained with us, and of course, anything else that is text-based that can describe why you are an incredible candidate. And then from there, obviously, if you so choose to enter into a conversation, of course, they'll get to now know you as a person. But again, I just feel like a lot of the hiring practices now, especially in tech, are gatekept, and not only gatekept, but it's because there's a certain level of prejudices and bias that is there. And I just believe let's just get back to the main thing. Okay, let's get back to the main thing and let the main thing be the main thing. And you just need, you need the person specifically to do the work. So hire the person for the work. So anyway, that's a little bit about us and about what we do here as well. All right. So when I talked about the main thing being the main thing, for us specifically, that is mastery, right? So we specifically focus on, and we make this a requirement and the standard for everyone. Mastery here is the credential. So if you give it your all, if you um, show up, if you really, really, really give yourself the space and the chance to really make that shift, you will find yourself not only mastering, but also putting it into work. For instance, I had a couple of scholars just this past cohort. I just specifically did a workshop on building with AI with NVIDIA and Google Studio, AI Studio. And immediately after, there were so many individuals that were spinning up projects. So that's the kind of intentionality that we're looking for, folks that are um, eager to learn, eager to apply. And I understand that it may be scary, so sometimes that also may prevent individuals from starting, but don't allow the fear to make you feel paralyzed. Let that push you towards curiosity. And all it takes now, with all the tools that we all have access to, is just a quick Gemini search, a quick Claude search, a quick, or I should say query, really, but just starting small. And then from there, asking, like, for instance, I do this all the time with Gemini, like, how do I do this? How do I do that? Sometimes, I even forget like a commit message. How do I do this? Like, you know what I mean? Or maybe like a specific CLI command that I'm looking to do. So I say all that to say that it's okay to, not know everything, but it's not okay to allow fear to paralyze you because you don't know everything. It's important for us to, again, focus on the mastery, right? And mastery takes time. Um, it takes time, and that's okay. So every day, commit yourself to learning something new. And before you know it, at the end of the year, you'll have 365 new things that you've learned. So, of course, you will become an even, better professional. So anyway, what am I saying? I'm saying all that to say that we go far beyond the minimum effort here. If you can't explain why you did something, then that means that the lesson or the course is not finished. So by the end of the time that when you finish each module, you should be comfortable and confident in what you have learned. And of course, we hold all scholars to this standard. And of course, the standard is rigorous. So again, if it's not a fit for you, we understand. Or maybe if you need to take some time to come back next year, we understand too. But again, we do not want fear to cause you to be paralyzed. We want you to allow that cure to allow that to fuel your curiosity. Okay. So, what does it look like? We are leaning into a 12-week, we call it a gauntlet, though I probably shouldn't say that because that is scary, but it's a 12-week program. It's a 12-week program. Typically, our programs online or through Google say that it will give you about 6 to 8 months to finish. But after that, who is really about to finish in 6 to 8 months? Life happens, your interests may change, and baby, we don't have time for that. Okay, so if we're really about it, if we're really leaning in, what does that look like? We are going to commit to 12 weeks to leaning into this structured peer support cohort program to get us to the finish line. And it is possible because we have seen multiple people do it. So that is exactly why we are holding all of us to that specific standard. So we are going to provide you with the specialized support with our track leads, our coordinators, and of course, our professionals that will be entering into the space with you all during like specific AMA sessions and things like that. Of course, we have our workshop Wednesdays, but also we require for you to bring the energy. So this program really is what you make it. Again, would love for those who are alumni to feel free to share your experiences, share your takeaways, and what specifically helps you to get through. I do understand and know that, sometimes we start with a lot of energy, but again, because life happens and things may be happening around us, it does, it can take some of our momentum. So if, you have the support, if you have, again, that passion to continue, the cohort itself will help you with the momentum that you need to finish. And again, our previous cohort that just closed, it really was a depiction of that. So many individuals came from so many different places. Again, different things that, of course, life will present as challenges. But baby, Mentor Me Collective represents those who are resilient. We are a resilient community, and I know that that is also a part of who you are as well. So, learning tracks. We're super excited. Google Cloud has extended their cloud offerings from last year to this year, and we're super excited to be a part of offering these programs to you all. We have six specific tracks that each of you can choose. The first track is the Google DeepMind track, which is really the foundations of AI research. It does help you with building those skills in what it looks like for building small language models and large language models. I will say that Python comfortability, and I don't want to say you have to be, I feel like you should be comfortable with at least the foundations of Python to fully and comfortably lead into this course. But again, I want to encourage you all to make the best decision for yourself. And you can go to Gemini or Google to search the DeepMind AI Research Foundations to learn more about that specific track. Data analytics, cybersecurity, cloud engineering, amazing tracks as well. So if you are coming from our Grow with Google program, this is a great next step. For those of you who are looking just to understand the foundations of what it is to enter into the cloud computing space, and it still is a technical program or yeah, a technical track, that would be the cloud computing foundation. So really helps you with building those strong foundations and understanding the core of cloud computing. It also, you are welcome, darling, but it also will walk you through how to set up specific environments. So the really cool thing about this program is that you will have the ability to have access to sandboxes that will help you with running different labs. It will also help you with building specific environments on your local device and or, like I said, in the cloud platform sandbox. So not only can you get hands-on, but you have the ability to like copy and paste the work that you're doing from a learning perspective and also from a project perspective into your GitHub. Again, that is another way to show almost like your digital passport of how much you've grown and how far you've come. So I just want to encourage you all to do some of that as well. Okay. All right. Moving along super strong. Last but never least is our AI leadership package. So this package encompasses three different learning modules or paths, I should say. Each of these paths are in between 8 to 10 hours. So we wanted to make sure that you all had enough content to actually carry you through the 12 weeks. The other paths have definitely enough content. But with this just being 8 hours long, each of these, we felt like, okay, why don't we just couple them together and allow you guys to get 3 certifications at once? So the Digital Cloud Leader, the Generative AI Leader, and the Gemini's Enterprise Agent Ready courses, all of these, well, I think the Gemini Enterprise Agent Ready is like lightly hands-on technical, but Cloud Digital Leader and Generative AI Leader, those courses are for individuals that have product backgrounds, product management, project management, program management, business, any of those like specific non-technical backgrounds, or even if you are an entrepreneur, this helps you with understanding what is the cloud, what is the Google Cloud Platform specifically, what kind of services can you leverage within the cloud. So again, those individuals who are building products, managing different technical programs, this really gives you that insight. And then also the Generative AI Leader course is specifically for individuals who want to understand how can I be a champion of generative AI within either my organization, within my company, and so on and so forth. So it is highly non-technical. It basically gives you an overview of all of the different tools within Google Workspace, Google, I think a high level overview of like the Google Cloud Platform and different tools within Gemini and, Vertex AI and things like that that you can leverage. And then the really cool thing about that is that it gives you an overview of how AI or generative AI even comes about. It takes you from like the bones of it and builds everything out from like the muscles, the organs, the cells, and like understanding how you get to that, the ability to even, prompt. So it's really cool because it gives you a deep dive of the why so that you have the language to articulate to anyone else around you. So if you're looking for something like that where it's so much going on that you just need to understand the core of why this exists, this is exactly why. All right, moving along strong. What does it look like once you do engage in our cohort tracks? We believe in ensuring that you all learn together. So no scholar works in isolation. We want to make sure that you are entering into groups with similar peers, PEER peers, that can help you with understanding the content. We understand some pieces of the content may be challenging for others, and some may be easier for others. So how do we ensure that everyone is staying on task and on track? We all support each other. So every week you will have two weekly study sessions, I guess you can say, peer-led study groups, where individuals will be distributed in teams, and we will have something that we like to call shared responsibility. So the shared responsibility is really ensuring that every meeting a group comes in, and then from that group they will be presenting on whatever the milestone for that week was. So if it was, I don't know, tokens and secrets for cybersecurity, then that's what you'll be presenting on with the other individuals that are in your group. You will know who is assigned to your group at the beginning of the cohort, and your track leads will be the ones to give you that information in your first track lead meeting, or sorry, your first track peer-led meeting. So you'll get that information. So again, there should be a facilitator, a presenter, and of course, all members of the group needs to be active in that participation. We've seen so many individuals give a lot of effort. They make it fun. They do different kinds of games and things like that. But ultimately, we want to ensure that there is active instruction. So if you, for instance, had the most busiest week, you did not have a chance to do, let's say, like the 12 hours of learning a week that we scope and think that everyone should be doing. Let's say you only got a chance to do maybe like 3 hours that week. Coming to your weekly sessions, honestly, both sessions are so beneficial because in real time, you can listen, you can learn, and you can apply what you've learned. You also will have quizzes for each of your modules. And of course, you'll have labs. So you can ask those questions when everyone is there. You can also enter breakout rooms and things like that. And so there's really no reason why. There is no reason why you should not be completing, because we make it super easy for you all to do. Okay. Lastly, of course, at the end of a session, we do ask your peers to give us feedback. How did it go? What did you learn? What are your takeaways? And of course, how would you rate that session? That's another way of us understanding how the competency not only of your facilitation was, but also understanding, like, to provide feedback to Google and let them know where folks may be struggling. So really, really cool. And of course, we don't share your immediate data. We just specifically share your comments and your thoughts. Okay. All right. So like I talked about earlier, and let me get a thumbs up in the chat. I know I'm saying I've been talking and talking and talking. Let me get a thumbs up in the chat if everybody's still following me. We're moving along strong. Moving along strong. Yes, time management is so important. And I'm again going to drop the attendance link in the chat. If you are looking to change your track, we'll talk more about that later. All right. Okay, I see all of the thumbs coming up. We love to see it. I see the thumbs. All right. Love that. All right, moving along strong. So next thing is how do you make learning fun? So we have a lot of individuals turn it into games. We'll have folks do different kinds of trivia. Well, I've seen folks do Family Feud, like having each group go against each other, which is super cool as well. And we've even seen some folks do Jeopardy. So I want you to, feel free to be as creative as possible. Now that we again have all of these different AI models and things like that, you can ask Gemini now to create a presentation that could be a Jeopardy board. You can ask it to give you interactive trivia. You can even ask it to create a Family Feud board. It's so cool. And again, we're super excited to see what you all come up with. All right, next. What does it look like? So, on the road towards selections. So, it's super imperative that, of course, you join a Luma info session. Like I mentioned, we just dropped the link in the chat for you all. Please make sure that you fill out that form. I see a question in the chat. I'm starring. So, as you have questions, feel free to drop them in the chat. And I am basically starring them for later, and I'll be sure to come on back to them, okay? So moving along super strong. Also super mandatory for you all to be joining our Workshop Wednesdays. You may be wondering, why do I have to be a part of Workshop Wednesdays? Because guess what? It is also a part of your requirements for the program. It's super important for you all. And it is also measured. Your attendance to said workshops are measured. So what better way to start building a habit than to start now? And so that's why we encourage you, and we have asked you all to, if you are serious about really joining our program, to make sure that you register and you attend all of those sessions. Now, you should know and get notifications for when, shout out to you, Zach. That's why I love me some you, okay? Super informative. I love that. So yes. Yes, once you all sign up for that, obviously, you'll join. We ask that you, obviously be engaged, ask questions, and really, again, lean into understanding and mastering. So there may be some topics that are aligned with you, there may not be. But again, the whole point of us creating this is for you specifically to ensure that you are continuously learning. So that is our continuous learning environment. As you all see questions coming in the chat that you think that you could even answer, please feel free to answer. I did drop the attendance link again, but in the future, if more folks ask about the attendance, please have them just go ahead and fill out that form. Moving along strong. As you can see, we are a collective environment. So if you have a question and the individuals in the community see the question, we should all jump in to support and answer. Do not wait for me or anyone in the program to do so. I believe that all of us collectively can help each other. So please, we encourage you to do that as well. Slack, please make sure that you are in the Slack. If you have not joined our Slack, go back to the emails that we sent you. At the very bottom, it has a link to join our Slack. You have to be in our Slack channel in order for us to be able to set up all the integrations and things like that. And so honestly, if you're not being in Slack, that lets us know that we should just maybe revisit for next year, because it's just way too much. We do a lot on the back end to ensure that things are moving along strong. So please make sure you're in the Slack channel so that we can avoid having to do additional work to get you there. And of course, the last thing, the last thing is your Google Skills profile. We've also been saying that a lot lately too. So please make sure that you create your Google Skills profile. That is where you will get the email to register your account with our organization, giving you access to the learning programs. Okay, awesome. All right, we talked about engagement. I'm going to talk about it a little bit more here. We already talked about Workshop Wednesdays. That is our online platform. You can tune in on YouTube and or LinkedIn. And that is where you learn various technical topics. You will see we have a plethora of different workshops that are coming up. So please, I would even encourage you now to register for all of them. They're all on our Luma account. So again, there's no reason why that you aren't there, because everything is there for you to register. I feel like you guys have it way easier than the Google Cloud, Grow with Google folks. Now we have everything scheduled, booked, and ready. So please go ahead and make your way to Luma and register. Okay, as long as your name is the same on Slack and Luma, I think that's fine. So just make sure that it's fine. The next thing is the weekly peer study sessions. Like I talked about earlier, it's imperative And also, we measure attendance here as well. So please make sure that you are joining those weekly sessions. Again, we have 2 sessions a week because we know that we have various people from various countries and time zones. So, whichever, we will send you a when to meet at the beginning of your onboarding, and everyone is required to fill it out. And because we are a democracy and not a dictatorship, we will take the 2 times that most folks are present for, and those will be the scheduled times of your specific track. So please, please, please make sure that, again, you're attending. It is super imperative. We do have a rule of inactivity. So if you miss a certain number of sessions, if you miss a certain number of workshop Wednesdays, you will be alerted. We'll talk more about those specific details during the welcome session. And then, of course, any kind of consecutive inactivity on the platform, we do have the ability to see on the back end, and we do get flags. 2 consecutive weeks of non-activity will be immediately, we will be immediately removing you from the platform and the program. And of course, we will also obviously have a wait list, so we will leverage that as a way to, hopefully add another individual to our program. So super important to be a part of that. Okay. Moving along strong, almost there. We have a shared ecosystem. So you can also, begin leaning in and joining us on Slack and these different channels. This is just a handful of channels, but I think we have even more. But feel free to begin commenting. Let us know what your favorite book is. What are you reading? What TV show you've been watching? What are your favorite things to cook or even to eat? If you have any recommendations for restaurants, please let us know. If you're into cars or even sports, I know, the World Cup is going on. So who are we rooting for? You know what I'm saying? Who are we booing? Let us just know. And of course, we have a pets channel. So we understand that, our pets are a part of our lives, honey. Lord knows mine is. I have a cat. You'll probably see more pictures of her in there too. So please feel free. And of course, yes, games. If you are a gamer, I'm trying to get back into my PS5. I was back in the day a part of a clan on. That's a shame that I'm sitting up here. Why am I drawing a blank? That's how long it's been that I've been playing. Oh, Call of Duty. That's a shame. But anyway, I love playing Call of Duty. So definitely gamers unite. Gamers unite. I haven't played in a while, but anyway, drop your PSN in the Slack chat, and we can lean into that as well. Of course, if you're into plants, I know some folks had like like different plants that they had in their homes where they were growing like different kinds of like snake plants, things like that. We love that as well. And then of course we have a Bible study group. I'm of the Christian faith, and I just believe that, of course we can do life together in that kind of way as well. So if you want to join us in doing a Bible devotion on the Bible plan, we do that as well. I think we're due for a new one. So more to come on that. So as we gear towards the end, what does it look like for us to get to that launch stage? So today, obviously, you're already here at the info session, so you've already done step 1. I want you all to know that between July 20th and the 24th, you should be receiving emails of whether you are selected, whether you were waitlisted, or if you were not selected. So please make sure that you all are checking your emails. Give us till the 24th to ask for any statuses, please. That really will be helpful. But I will be honest, the individuals that are most engaged and we see the most, of course, it'll be hard for us to deny your application. So that's why we encourage everyone specifically to ensure that they are active in our Slack channel. We want to see you, and we want to know that you really want to be a valuable part of our community. After that, you all will have an email being sent to you to ask you to do our onboarding. So our self-paced onboarding. So you'll get an email about that. It's normally on Thinkific. From there, we will lean into Welcome Week. So Welcome Week is literally the week before we officially launch, or I guess technically 5 days before, but we want to make sure that everyone is set up technically, mentally, emotionally, and all those kinds of things. So please, please, please Be engaged during that time as well. You will have your own specific meetups within your cohort groups. You will also, if those of you who signed up and you're interested to be a track lead, you will hear more information from us as well regarding like an info session for that. For those of you who signed up to be track leads and you were track leads for Grow with Google, you'll probably automatically be accepted into that as well. It probably will be very much the same. And then, of course, we're going to add some of the feedback that you all provided us last, like about, like a month or so ago. But anyway, then we have our our welcome session. So this is going to be our kickoff, officially kicking off everything and just kind of welcoming everyone together. And then lastly will be our launch. So this is when everyone should begin their learning. And we want to make sure that everyone has accepted their Google Skills invitation to learn with the Mentor Me Collective. Okay. So please take a screenshot of this. You guys can save it. You all can save it. And of course, refer back to this later. So for those of you who are on our Slack right now, this is another way that you can kind of get ahead of the game. And I forgot to mention that yesterday to the other folks, but hey, that means today was the special session. Please make sure that you update your profile. You should have a picture of a human, not a cartoon. You should have a header of what your specific background is. So if you're a founder, if you're an engineer, if you're, a designer, whatever the case may be, a product manager, make sure you put that there. And those two things are super huge. If you are not familiar with Slack, we have something special called YouTube. Take 5 minutes out of your day, 10 minutes out of your day to learn how to use Slack. We are not changing from the Slack platform. And also on top of that, a part of your onboarding materials will be for you to do different activities in Slack, and it will require that you are comfortable. So that's why we're asking you to add yourself early, update your profiles, make sure your full name is there, a full human picture, okay? Not an avatar, not a cartoon, not Goku or Vegeta, somebody for real. And make sure you have a heading, okay? Super, super important. Again, that will help us 1,000 times when it comes to onboarding you all. And of course, you can support the other individuals. If you see somebody on Slack that's profile is not updated, just message them. Like as a thread, you can just reply to their comment. You don't have to DM them, but you can just message them in like the introductions channel or the community channel and say, hey, you should update your profile. Boom. So we do have 1,000 seats for this cohort. So again, it's a large chance that you all will potentially get in if, again, you follow all of the instructions we outlined. Attending workshops, make sure that you register, make sure that you have filled out this attendance sheet as well, and make sure, this is how you register. G's and P's. Okay, make sure that you register on our Luma for our workshop Wednesdays. Make sure that you fill out the Google form that is our attendance sheet for today. And again, we do have the quiz. So you should be able to fill out and answer all the questions correctly because we just went through everything. And I see some of you all putting your book recommendations in the chat. I encourage you to put them in the book hashtag MMC Books channel so everyone can enjoy them as well. So with the 1,000 scholarships that we have available, we are waiving the $49 a month fee or the $349 a year fee for you to be able to learn. So this is also a part of our initiatives to remove any kind of financial barriers, okay? Also, once you complete your certification or the program itself, right, we do have vouchers for you to get fully certified with accreditation. So it's either between 50% off or 100% off, depending on the certification that you're looking for. And I will also say that depending on the track you choose, actually, no, I think all tracks. All tracks. So scratch that. All tracks specifically will be entered into the Career Consortium. So Google Cloud has their own direct connections to partners that are looking for certified Google Cloud professionals, cybersecurity, data analytics, cloud computing, cloud engineering, and of course, all of the others, especially when it comes to AI. So the deep mind and all that kind of stuff. Literally, this is your go-to. Okay, so that's another reason why we should complete, because Google Cloud has their own hiring space, and they also email you directly that information once you complete. Okay, so they don't give it to you before, they give it to you after. Okay, um, so there's that. Lastly, we are committed to seeing you achieve your dreams, walking your purpose, and fulfill your God-given destiny. Okay, we're excited that you're here to join us on this journey, and of course, we want to encourage you to step up, facilitate, present, and show up for one another. Like I said, we do not do well with excuses here. So again, evaluate whether this is really the right time for you. We had yesterday folks ask us questions around what does it look like for us to be successful, or how can we, make sure that we get in, or what happens if we don't get in. I want us to assume positivity. That's the first thing that I think we can do to prepare for this cohort. I want you to specifically think about, what if I do get in? Why not me? Why would I not be a part of this cohort? Because I'm ready. Also, the second thing we want to say is, begin preparing yourself for this program. Okay, now you already know there's 12 weeks of this program. The second thing you know is that there are bi-weekly meetings that are coming, right? That are going to be about 60 minutes long. The third thing that you know already is, hey, I'm going to have to present. So what are the different key things that you can do right now to prepare you for your future, and your future with us specifically, right? So let's think positively. Let's think positively. Let's have hearts of gladness and joy. And I want you to know that, again, this is a community that is set up from the core, rooting for you to win. Okay. All we do is win. All we see is winning. Okay. And so that's what I want for you all to lean into. So with that being said, thank you so much for coming to this info session. I am going to transition into Q&A. So please make sure that you drop your questions in the chat. If you have specific questions around coming to our welcome sessions, or any of the dates that we specifically mentioned that you feel like will be conflicts, maybe you're going to be on vacation, maybe you're going to be on a cruise, maybe, I don't know, maybe you're going to be in Turks and Caicos, okay, where I wish I was at right now. Either way, please make sure that we are proactively and overly communicating. That is also a huge thing that we ask of our scholars. So please make sure that you email us. If you want to change your track, you need to fill out this form here. I'm going to drop this in the chat. And this basically was a form for you to confirm your interests. So if you filled it out already, that's fine. If you haven't, I'm asking you all to fill it out now. I went ahead and dropped it in the chat. That one specifically will help. Okay, so again, all the questions, feel free to place your questions below. I'm just quickly going to scroll. For those of you who attended the info session yesterday and did not get this form, yes, please make sure that you put yesterday's date. And then for the workshop Wednesday, I think there was a question about that. We check attendance by what is it called? Comments. We check attendance by comments for workshops, and of course you're registered. So you have to register, and then we verify your registration with the comments. I will also say another thing that makes it easy for us to check is that you should subscribe to our YouTube channel. So just go ahead and like this video right now, and please go ahead and subscribe. That's another way that we're able to verify who you are, and if you were in attendance, especially with the comments as well. Okay. I know someone said I didn't get a chance to see you today. Girl, I know, or I don't, you know what I'm saying? Let me not say that. I'm going to say homie or fam. I know my camera, for those of you who were, in our Girl with Google cohort, I was showing up all fuzzy. I don't know what's going on with my camera. It makes me look like I'm a part of the metaverse. So anyway, redonkulous. So again, for those of you who are looking to change tracks, we are only taking those requests through this form. For those of you who are looking to do your attendance before I start hitting this chat, please make sure that you complete this attendance form. And then, if you have not already done so, make sure that you register for our workshops this month. And make sure you're engaged as well. Okay. And Slack, I feel like I'm like a beating a dead horse now. Um, this is how you change tracks. This is where you go for your attendance. This is where you go to register. But anywho, let's get into these questions. Exactly. I felt like a whole Digimon thing. It was just ridiculous. So, you all will definitely see me. All of our scholars, I'm very much involved. I'm very, yeah, you'll see, feel, and definitely be influenced by me. So don't worry about that. You'll get to see me. All right. Let me get to some of these questions. Questions. All right. Hold on. All right. Boom. Can we change our track? I think I just answered that. So I will allow the chat to answer that question for you. Community, let's answer this question. Can we change our track? And if so, how do we do that? This is a good question. How many peer-led meetings? Student-led is twice a week, right? Exactly. So if there's 12 weeks in our program and each week we have 2 sessions, how many meetings is that? Let me know in the chat. Good question. Cloud engineering is absolutely different. Absolutely different from data engineering. And you said it exactly right here. Extract, transform, and load is definitely more so a part of the data engineering. And then the cloud solutions is more so setting up the architecture on the back end. And you know what? I want us to be proactive. If you Google cloud engineering, Google Cloud Launchpad program, you will see the path pop up and it will tell you what specifically you'll learn. So I want you to take some time to lean into that and learn more about each of the programs. So cloud engineering, so cloud foundations, I think cloud computing foundations is like the super like beginner friendly. Cloud engineering is a little bit of a step up about that. But again, Google created all of these tracks to be beginner friendly. It's just some of them will require a little bit more knowledge around specific aspects, like maybe Python, maybe Jupyter notebooks, maybe Google Colab, things like that. So please go and Google search the Google Cloud Launchpad X track, so cloud engineering track, data analytics track, and learn more about that. And you'll be able to know and see which one really aligns with you. I already answered this question. Yes, fill out the form. You can fill out the form right now because I completed it. So you can totally do that. And then, yes, somebody answered this question also in the chat for me. Somebody answer this question in the chat. For me. Awesome. For those of you who are getting ready to enter the build stage, I also want you all to know that, take your time and pace yourself. I don't want you to feel like by the time that you are finishing your projects that you will be behind. The last week of the build stage really is just your presentation and making sure that all of your code and all that kind of stuff is pushed. So again, it's super manageable. Don't worry. We built it intentionally to be that. All right, moving along strong. Yes, I also answered this question too. So I think we're pretty much all set. Let me scroll on up. See if there's other questions. Okay. If I get through the Google Launch program, I wanted to see if there were conflict in my schedule. I'd love to do both. Okay, cool. Can you explain what you mean by this? I wanted to see if there will be a conflict. Yeah, I'm not sure. If you said you would like to do both of what? You'd like to do both. Yeah, let's clarify that. How do we add new threads of this new cohort if we're in a previous cohort? This is a good question. We have not created the threads or the channels yet for the new Google Cloud program. So if and when you get in, you'll be added to all those channels. Um, so I hope that's what you mean. But for right now, you can just be a part of the other community channels. For those of you who are alumni, you can just join the alumni channel as well. Does the YouTube email need to be the same? No, just make sure that your name is. But also on top of that, like I said, a lot of the attendance will be able to let us know. So if you registered on Luma, obviously if you comment here, and then of course, service. Oh my God. And then of course, if you, I lost my train of thought. Anyway, I hope I answered your question. If I didn't, you can just drop it in the chat again. Yes, so we do have an alumni after program. So like I said, the next stage after this is our build stage. And then we want to get you all into the mentorship program, which is scheduled to hopefully start. You all probably won't start it into the next year. But for those of you who finished the Grow with Google program, you guys are be eligible to either start for our beta or you can start in October. So anyway, hopefully by then you all will be onboarded to our new platform. And then you'll see visibly where you are in the platform. Specifically which stage you're at, and then everything should be self-explanatory around how to navigate that. Yes, I am sorry to hear. You're so welcome. Oh, come on, 10 out of 10. We was intentionally listening, and we love to see it. Shout out to you. Good question. Any previous cohorts got hired through the program? Yeah. So we actually have a volunteer now that's actually part of our program. He took our Grow with Google program and our Google Cloud. We have a lot of success stories, but I'm just highlighting him because he's one of my favorites, just people in general. But yes, his name is Laquan. He took our IT automation course with Grow with Google. Before then, he was working retail, but once he finished the program, he was able to land a job actually at one of Google's partner companies called Verily Life Sciences. Then, I think 6 months or 8 months later, he came back and took our Google Cloud program for cybersecurity, and now he has joined this really dope startup that I don't know, just valued at like multiple hundreds of millions of dollars, but amazing. Also was someone who had never thought it would be possible for him to make six figures. So not only did his first job when he got at Google or at Verily was six figures. And then after that, he was able to have a lot more money come. I ain't gonna put all his business out there, but he's doing very good for himself as well. So incredible individual, came, saw, conquered, put in the work, and yeah, he's doing great things. We have other people that were placed in various companies. We have folks that were, doing our programs in from different parts of like Africa, and they also were able to get good jobs from there too. So honestly, all around the world. We have folks from Singapore, from Japan, from, like I said, Canada, Mexico, the different islands that are success stories, and we're looking to do more to actually highlight more people as well. Y'all are not right for this. I was so blurry. But anyway, yes, we have a lot of success stories. Again, I try not to now we want to actually lean into that, but I'm a person that really, naturally I'm more of like a private person, but I realize that the people should hear about our success stories. So our marketing team is helping us with creating those assets and those testimonials. But yeah, we've been able to help over 600 plus. I think we're going towards 700 plus people get into tech over the last 6 years. Will be 7 years next year. And I think we have a total compensation now of almost $48 million. So yeah, all of those individuals, all of their salaries, their bonuses, and their stock options total $48 million. So yes, we are We ain't new to this. We true to this. Yes, we already put the attendance sheet in the chat. They said I'm trying to be like him. Okay, come on, come. Yes, got to come and conquer. Came so and conquered. Moving along strong. Shout out to 10 out of 10s more. All right. Here, sent out an email concerning travel. Okay, yeah. Thanks. Please make sure that you send us those emails. That is all I have for you all today. Again, we're here to ensure that you all get the results that I know you have been looking for and maybe even praying for, and to be a part of a community that does not feel elitist. It does not feel like you don't belong. It does not make you feel less than intelligent or smart. But we all are learning together. We're loving each other along the way. And, who knows? Maybe you meet somebody in Italy, and now you know that when you go to Italy, baby, you got a house that you can be at and you can vibe with. Um, so hashtag MMC to the world for real. We're super excited about that. So yeah, great job. Great job. I'm super excited. I see a lot of great testimonials in the chat. Yeah, there was a really cool session earlier today with Stanley. Like I said, those are the kinds of mentors that we have in our community. They are intentional, they are real, and they are proficient in what they're talking about. These aren't people that just came into the field and talking stuff that they don't know. Stanley is a seasoned engineer that knows what he's talking about. He's worked across various companies, and yeah, he has a lot of great. So please, if you were in an earlier session with Stanley for engineering skills, he wish he had earlier, please check that out. It's a conversational fireside chat kind of thing. Yes, somebody please send the attendance sheet again. I must have put it in here 5 times, so I'm not going to put it in again, but please make sure that you do that. Awesome. So, if you could describe today's session with a color, tell me what color you would describe it with and why. Yellow, red, blue, green, purple, pink, maybe orange. What color would you use to describe today's session? And tell me why. That will be our last thing before we close out. Okay, we love that. That's really cool. I love that. Blue for calmness, clear. Okay. You see clearly. Okay. 9 out of 10. Love that. Yellow. Okay. Okay, come on, blue, orange. You guys got to tell me why you're picking these colors, though. So orange and blue, let me know. Red, let me know. Okay, red for fired up. Blue for calm and informative. Love that. Yellow because you're very enthusiastic. Thank you, darling. Okay, yellow or yellow because the future. Yes, baby, it's bright, and the future. We see you in its future. Okay, in the future of tech. Yes, please, if you wanna. Yes, that's a good question. So, for Workshop Wednesdays, if you missed it earlier today, you can go back to watch it and comment. Remember, we do have analytics to see if you actually, spent time in the session. So don't just go and comment and think we don't see it, because baby, we see it. Okay, so let's have integrity. Let's have integrity. I love that. Yellow gives me sight. Love that as well. White. Ooh, I like that. Yellow for positive, warm energy. Green. Oh, I love that because it makes you happy. Okay, vibrancy and red. Green for growth. I love that too. Yellow is what. Wow, I love that. Tell me why you chose yellow. Green for freshness and new. Okay, if you can describe one word that you have about what it looks like for you to be in this program, what word would that be? One word to describe what you feel, or maybe what you're thinking about when it comes to the Google Cloud program. What word would that be? And why? Okay. I love it. Green, purple. Okay, 10 out of 10. That is amazing. Amazing. Mm-hmm. Amazing. Amazing. All right. Good job. Well, I see a whole lot of intros, so we love to see it. I'm seeing some folks pull up. We love that. Okay, purposeful, hope, purple for liveliness and excitement, hope, victory, growth, attendance. Somebody drop the attendance link in the chat, please. Privilege, love that inspiration, grateful. Yeah, we're excited to have you all be a part of this program. We know that it's unlike any other, and so of course, we're excited to see you all be great, walk in victory, fulfill your destiny, and see you secure all the checks. Okay, secure all the bags. Because baby, yes, we want to learn, we want to master, but we also want to be able to live a really great life as well, with our family and enjoy the fruits of our labor. Okay, agog. Girl, love that. Come on, SAT. Okay, grateful. 10 out of 10. Thank you. Of course. So thank you all so very much for attending. Thank you so much very much for staying on. We appreciate you. Please do not forget to fill out the attendance form. That is super important. Make sure that you fill out the quiz. You do have to get an 80%. So make sure you get that 80% or higher. That lets us know that you were tuned in, you were attentive, and of course, um, you're ready to go. So, with that being said, I wish you all a wonderful rest of your Wednesday. Looking forward to seeing you at the next time, hopefully at the welcome session. But of course, we have a workshop next Wednesday as well. All right? Au revoir.
Are you ready? I'm ready. Are you ready? I'm ready. Are you ready? I'm ready. This is my year.
This is my year.
I'm gonna be great.
I'm gonna be great.
You cannot stop me.
Cannot stop me.
No one can stop me.
No one can stop me.
This is my year.
This is my year.
I'm gonna be great.
I'm gonna be great.
You cannot stop me.
Cannot stop me.
No one can stop me.
No one can stop me.
Are you ready? I'm ready. 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 Visualize it. Visualize it. Manifest it. Manifest it. I mind my business and I no complain. Every day I dey walk and pray. As I dey chop, I dey wash my plate. I dey wash my plate. Don't be surprised when you see me elevating. Don't be surprised when you see me celebrating. Don't be surprised. Don't be surprised. Don't be surprised when you see me celebrate. This is my year.
This is my year.
I'm gonna be great.
I'm gonna be great.
You cannot stop me.
Cannot stop me.
No one can stop me.
No one can stop me.
This is my year.
This is my year.
I'm gonna be great.
I'm gonna be great.
You cannot stop me.
Cannot stop me.
No one can stop me.
No one can stop me.
Are you ready? I'm ready. 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 This year they go call you for phone and tell you many, many congratulations. If you believe it, repeat it. Amen, 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 amen. Don't be surprised when you see me elevating. Don't be surprised when you see me celebrating. Don't be surprised. Don't be surprised. Don't be surprised when you see me celebrate. This is my year.
Bye, everyone. Have a great, great, great rest of your day.